but I could not let this opportunity go by without expressing to all of my colleagues, firstly, for your cooperation and input during the shortest parliamentary term that we have known. And while it has been the shortest, I do believe that it has been one of the most intense political learning curve. And while I have on several occasions expressed my disappointment that so shortly after the election in January, the people of St. Martin had to go to the polls again, looking back, I believe that we have all learned from the past 7 months, which constitute the shortest parliamentary term that we have known. I want to take this opportunity to especially say a word of thanks and gratitude and extend best wishes to the members of Parliament who will not be returning in this coming term. And I stress this coming term because I too believe that many of them, this is not the last parliamentary term for them. So to MP Christophe Emmanuel, MP Kevin Mingret, MP Cloyd Marlin, MP Akeem Arundel, and MP Jacobs, I say thank you, because whether big or small, your input and participation made a difference in the last parliamentary term, and definitely those of you who have served longer than the last term, you have definitely made an impact. Your input, your participation in whichever way has had an impact on the Parliament of St. Martin, on the learning that we all go through as a parliament. I left MP Jacobs' name for the last in saying and wishing well to the not returning members of Parliament at this time, because as I heard MP Jacobs recount some of her political career, and I thought to myself, it's just to multiply her experiences a few times, and you're talking about my experiences. So just to say that MP Jacobs' 12 years of her experiences as Member of Parliament, Minister, Prime Minister, leader of a political party, and all that comes with it, times that by a few times, and I can feel the Member of Parliament as she today says at this stage, goodbye to the seat in Parliament for now. I too join those who are saying for now. And I see the look on her face, but I have had that kind of look on my face on several occasions as well. And I am still here. I am still here this afternoon, able to say to those of you, I really want to thank all of you, and I truly, honestly believe that, the past 7 months for sure, we have seen and experienced some things as a country that I'm sure we don't want to see and experience again. And that's why I talk about one of the most intense learning curves that we as a parliament and a people, politically speaking, have gone through. I've heard so many of you express the need to collaborate and come together and work across party lines. And I, not only now, but I have long come to the conclusion that unless this takes place, St. Martin will not move forward. And it is because of a lack of this collaborative type of efforts and initiatives, the lack thereof, that for the past years, while we individually and party-wise might have thought that we were making progress, we have not really done so. Because if government and parliament, government and the people, government, parliament and the people cannot find a way to work together on the issues affecting our country, then our individual efforts and labor will be in vain. We have not sufficiently, in my opinion, looked at where our country stands today, what our people are facing today. And that, for example, manifests itself as to the state of this country in the outcome of the recent population census. And if one looks at the outcome of that census, we, members of parliament, people of St. Martin and the government of St. Martin have a huge task ahead of us. I have so often heard the words also coming from my mouth in terms of the need for electoral reform. And my colleague members of parliament, the ministers of government, if we just leave this to lip service, we might, just might, face a shorter term than we have known and which is just behind us. We really have to put our efforts into action, our words into action. And you know, the good thing about it is that right here in Parliament, via our rules of order, we have some tools that we can use. And while the bigger picture definitely includes our ordinances, election ordinance, even constitution, fact is that if we are committed to electoral reform, some changes in what we control, namely our rules of order, can be made to this effect. So members of parliament, those leaving right now for this parliamentary term, I wish you all the best in your endeavors, be they whatever they may be, to the incoming members of parliament and the continuing members of parliament. Again, every opportunity, every opening of a parliament gives us the opportunity to do things differently. Overall speaking, I believe this country, unless we are able to come with a different approach to governing in terms of looking less at ministerial divisions and looking rather at the topics that affect our people, the issue of poverty, crime, immigration, and I can go on, we are not going to make much progress. It's going to look at as such, it's going to feel as such, but in essence, we'll not be making progress for the entire community of St. Martin.